Hey yo, what's poppin', low gangsters?
Be quiet. Hey, what's up you guys? My name is Catherine and welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be my review of the Anastasia Beverly Hills Norvina palette. I did end up picking this up after doing my video of how I would have designed this palette. So basically I'm going to be doing 2 looks using the palette and then giving my final thoughts at the end. I did also use this palette in Sunday's video recreating one of Kylie Jenner's eyeshadow looks. So I definitely have a good, well-rounded impression of this palette and the colors in it. Before we get started with that, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I post new videos every Wednesday and Sunday. And don't forget to enter my giveaway of the BH Cosmetics Weekend Festival palette. I will link that down below as well. Basically what you need to know about the palette, it retails for $42, which is standard for Anastasia. You get 14 shades. This palette is different from their usual because there are 7 shimmers and 7 mattes. Normally they have more mattes, and then there are some pops of purple with mostly neutrals in here. And yeah, that's kind of the usual for Anastasia, price-wise and everything. And I'm just gonna pop some swatches of this up on the screen. I swatched it on the back of my hand just so you know what it looks like. And that is it. I'm gonna get started with the 2 looks that I did. So I've done all my face makeup. I'm wearing the Wet n Wild eyeshadow base, topped with Too Faced Born This Way Super Coverage Concealer and ColourPop No Filter Setting Powder. So we've got a nice base down. And I think I'm gonna play with the neutral-ish shades. So I'm using a BH Cosmetics Studio Pro 16. I'm going into the shade Incense. I forgot there was a brush in there. I'm going into the shade Incense. That's this So I'm holding my brush by the end, putting this down as a transition shade. Passion. This is the burgundy shade. And that's going in the outer corner. Did not get, powder. A powdery formula as always. So it's going in the outer corner and going up into the crease. Yeah, the shade does not blend easily. Look how dark that is where I still placed it down. I feel that should have blended out easier than it did. I'm gonna use Dazzling. So I'm using a, oh my god, that is such a soft shade. Using the Naked brush, the flat end, my favorite flat. Oh my god. So that was dry. So I did get fallout, but like, it's gorgeous. Like, Anastasia is not known for their shimmer formula. At least like the shimmers in the modern renaissance, like as soon as I started getting more eyeshadow palettes, I stopped reaching for the shimmers. I'd use the mattes and then use different shades from different palettes. Wow. This really reminds me of CEO from the Laura Lee palette that also recently blew me away. I am gonna wet it for the other eye because I always like to see how things perform wet versus dry. I want to test out this shade Drama because it looks super glittery. So I'm going into this on a ColourPop blending brush. This ColourPop brush is from before they started numbering. Okay, so the glitter is not translating from this shade like at all. Like there's no glitter there. So I'm gonna blend out this with that BH Cosmetics 16. Okay, this shade is weird though because it's super red looking in the pan, and then on the eye it looks very cool tone, so I'm actually gonna go back over that with Passion to see if I can get some of that warmth back. I feel like I lost a little bit of my shimmer, so I'm just gonna pop a little more dazzling on with my finger. For my under eye, I'm going to take a BH Cosmetics Studio Pro number 11, and I'm going to use Passion again to sort of line the under eye. And then I'm going to get a little bit more of incense on this labelless e.l.f. brush. And then I'm going to put a little drama just to sort of deepen things up, add some drama. And then for my inner eye highlight, I'm going to use this shade Dreamer, going in on this pointy Kylie Cosmetics brush. It's not adding any shadow. I'm dropping everything right now. And I'm just gonna put a little bit of my Wet n Wild Moon Tears loose powder highlighter over top of that though. Alright, I'm gonna go do eyeliner and mascara off camera. It is actively thunderstorming, so please excuse the ominous thunderclaps in the background of this video. I want to do purple eyeshadow today, so okay, so I'm taking this Studio Pro 16 from BH Cosmetics, and we're going into Soul, this periwinkle shade. And that's going all over the lid and like blend it upwards. This is definitely not a flattering shade on its own. It's like a little patchy-ish, but not horrible. It blended out decently. Now I'm going into Volatile, and I am using that to deepen up the outer corner. I'm using a ColourPop E2 brush. I look like death. So this is a Real Techniques flat shader brush. I'm going into Celestial. And I'm gonna try it out dry, but I'm probably gonna end up wetting this brush. I did play with this in the Kylie Cosmetics 21 look recreation video thingamajig that I did. Yeah, see, like that's so sheer. There's no like pizzazz to that shade at all. But let's wet this brush. This look needs more dimension, so I'm going to go into Drama on this labelless e.l.f. brush that I used yesterday. Using that BH Cosmetics 16 to just blend out these edges. Yeah, the fallout situation is like something else with these shades, so I'm really glad that I didn't do foundation first this time. gonna take a little bit of base. It's that really light shade. I'm just putting some of that on my under brow bone as a matte brow bone highlight. I'm dropping everything right now. Okay, I think that's all I'm gonna do to my upper lid for now. I'm gonna go do my face makeup. Just okay, fallout's gone. I'm gonna go do my face makeup. Okay, so I don't really want to do anything crazy with the under eye because I'm not really loving the upper eye right now. So I'm just putting Drama on a Studio Pro 11. I'm lining this under eye. I'm just gonna slightly blend that. For my inner eye highlight, I'm going to use the highlighter from the Wet n Wild Zodiac collection on a Real Techniques accent brush. I think this is all I'm going to do to my eyes. So I'm going to go do some liner and mascara, maybe lashes. I don't know, I feel like this would be a good one for lashes. And I'll be back. In summation, I feel that the colorful shadows in this aren't really that impressive, and I haven't bought an Anastasia palette since I bought the Modern Renaissance 2 years ago, so I haven't used Prism and I haven't used Subculture to be able to compare these colorful shadows to their other colorful shadow formulas. I just feel like this eye look turned out like a little bit muddy. And I do purple eyeshadow a lot. It's actually my favorite like color of colorful eyeshadows. This is not normally how purple eyeshadow looks on me. I still really feel like this palette is missing a dark purple, but I'm not sure that they would have formulated that well, so I'm not really sure how that would have gone. The neutrals are really great, especially like Rose Gold, Dazzling, and what's this one? Summer. The formula of those is amazing. They're like super metallic and pigmented and just like soft, and I love them. The only neutral that I don't love is Passion. You guys saw that shade really didn't work that well. I don't know what was up with that shade because they have formulated similar shades in the past and it's not been an issue. Completely lost my train of thought. So I kind of feel like if you were drawn to the color scheme of this palette and you were really only drawn to the neutrals, you might be better off just getting soft glam. And if you already have soft glam, I definitely don't think that you need this palette because the color stories are so similar other than those like little pops of color. And since the pops of color don't really perform that great, they're kind of just not necessary. You'd be better off having more neutrals that are well formulated. Like I wouldn't recreate this sort of look using this palette again. I just have purples in my collection that perform so much better on the eye, like my ones from the My Little Pony ColourPop palette. Can I help you?
Yeah, in summation is the improper use of the word summation. You can say in summary, or my summation. Yes, but in summation is improper English. Anyways is also improper English. I know it's widely used, but anyways.
Anyway, shut the fuck up. Anyway, I wouldn't recreate this type of look using this palette again. I just have purples that perform better in my collection, like the matte purples from the NYX Ultimate Brights palette and the shimmery purple in the My Little Pony ColourPop palette. Those both come to mind immediately when I think of purple eyeshadow. So I don't hate the palette, it's just the things that initially drew me to it didn't really go that well. Like, I'm not getting my Celestial Mermaid Dream Girl vibes from the palette in quite the way I was hoping to. So It's not the worst palette ever, but it's also not the best. It didn't blow me out of the water. So that's that. There's no drama with the palette or anything like that. It's just not formulated the best. And that is it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you got this palette, let me know down below if you felt the same way, especially about the purples and pinks in the palette. I'd really like to know if I'm the only one who's mildly disappointed in those. And I will see you guys on Sunday. Bye!
Oh, here's my phone charger. Look at,
I thought you took it. Oh, okay.
No, it's been tangled up in my Mac charger this whole time. I thought I had just lost this charger, but it did like rats, you know, when they formed the Rat King, because they all get tangled up in each other's tails. And they just form like a big ball of rats. So just like occasionally in the sewers, someone will find just a ton of rats, most of them dead, but some alive, and they're just all like just tangled up in this one like ball of. It's called the Rat King.
I could have gone my whole life without hearing that. Anyways.